Hey, how's it going? Um, God, I look miserable right now. Um, I, uh, I'm sorry, again, I haven't uploaded in a couple of days. Sorry, but life has been sort of busy. I had my meeting yesterday. Uh, I had to drive Lily to work and, take care of a bunch of other things here and there. And I've been kind of kicking my ass into overdrive with, putting in applications. Normally, I would get anywhere between 15 to 30 applications in a day. Um, and I'm pretty much just going to be spending almost all of today just putting in applications. Um, I do have one weird question that I don't know if anybody can actually answer, and that is, uh, I guess for a bit of context, one of my searches that I use is entry level, um, because I don't personally have a whole lot of experience in anything other than one particular field. Um, and it's a very, very like specific field that doesn't really apply to a whole lot. So I just typically put in entry level because usually a lot of those jobs are pretty, like uh, they tend to cycle out employees pretty regularly, and entry level jobs are almost always available. Um, but something I want to know is, when did entry level jobs start requiring like a minimum of like a master's degree? That doesn't seem entry level to me. That seems very like I'm guessing, and this is just based on assumptions, that entry level probably, you know, I don't want to say has changed meaning, but that's kind of where I'm thinking. Uh, from when I was putting in applications a couple of years back, of course, I don't think I was looking nearly as hard then as I am now. So, um, but my only thinking is that, like, once you're done getting like your master's or bachelor's or whatever, uh, you don't exactly have the work experience to back up that, degree or whatever. So I'm assuming that, an entry level position would get you that experience you need with all that training and everything. But if that's the case, then some of these entry level jobs that are requiring like a master's, or hell, I even saw one that was requiring a doctorate, and it was like a $19 an hour thing. Granted, it was an every day of the week kind of thing. Like, you don't really get vacation time. You just get a lot of overtime. I mean, you get vacation time. You just don't get weekends. I assume. I didn't actually look too far into it, but it was ridiculous. Um, who's going to college for as long as it takes to get a doctorate, just to go and do like a $19 an hour job for every single day of every week? That sounds ridiculous. I am kind of just using this as an excuse to kind of take a break for a minute because my eyes are burning, and I have gone through so many, so many. I've been trying to keep up with um, every single application that I've put in over the past year and some time, but it's kind of hard to remember which ones I've put in, to be entirely honest. Uh, I have a very, very long list of emails from different companies. A good majority of those are, rejections and whatnot, like, oh, yeah, sorry, we're not looking right now, or you're overqualified, or you're underqualified, or you're not the kind of person we're looking for. We're looking for a different kind of, I don't know, skill set, whatever. It just kind of sucks, too, because, like, I hate it. The one thing that I was told coming out of SpaceX is that SpaceX looks amazing on an application, and anybody would be willing to hire you if you put in any amount of time working there. Who would say no? It requires you know attention to detail, something that can be applied to most jobs. It requires communication and teamwork, things that can be applied to pretty much every job, more or less. Like, it requires a lot of like little things here and there that can be applied to a bunch of different jobs, but it's such a specific skill set that it's hard to find anything that actually qualifies. And I'm afraid what's happening with a lot of my applications is when I do put SpaceX on there, they take one look at that and go, well, this job field isn't exactly what we're looking for. This previous experience doesn't transfer over to what we need. And this person might, be either overqualified, underqualified, have absolutely no experience. We're going to spend too much time or money or resources trying to educate this person to the level that we need them to be at. And granted, yeah, some of that might be true, but I'm just, I'm so tired of putting in applications and not hearing from people, or hearing from people and then giving me some bullshit reason why, you know, especially like entry level jobs. I got rejected by McDonald's. Fucking McDonald's. You have any idea how demoralizing that is? I don't know. Like, I have very, very little experience in like restaurant work, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't be willing to go back and do that. At this point, I'm desperate for anything. I mean, I've res- I, I'm this close to resorting to uh, less conventional means. Not nothing illegal, but things that would, I don't want to say compromise my integrity, but that's like, I don't know. At this point, I don't really know if I have too much in the way of like um hmm, I don't even know how to phrase it properly. I was gonna say self worth, but that's not right. No, because I do have, I hold myself to a high value, but I don't know. I I have no idea. I'm pretty sure a strip club wouldn't hire some skinny fuck like me. But hey, you never know. I don't know. Could be fun. I don't know. It's not something that I'm terribly interested in at the moment. But hey, if I can make a decent amount of money just shaking my ass somewhere, I don't really care at this point. Because if it means that I'm able to, bring some money to the table and be able to build my business on the side and fund it entirely myself, be able to take off, certain financial burdens from my mother's shoulders, as well as, Lily's. then I feel that that would benefit everybody, and I shouldn't worry about, my integrity or anything like that. And that's kind of the mindset that I've been taking going into this whole thing. So yeah, unless this whole really lame unedited vlogging thing, ever takes off, but I doubt that. It's not exactly like I bring a whole lot of entertainment to the table. Um, I don't know. I'm just I'm just tired of all this. I'm tired of it. I just need to get something soon that I don't know, not even I have no standard for what I'm expecting at this point. I just don't necessarily want to be worked to death, but if that's all that's my option, that's my only option. I had one job that I had to say no to, and unfortunately, that was the only fucking job that actually contacted me back. And that's because I wouldn't have made any money doing the job because it was so far away. I'd spend more money on Uber or gas than my paycheck would be bringing in. So, yeah. It was like, I don't know. God, I'm sorry. I feel bad too about, you know, that whole thing. There's a good chance that any amount of money that I would have brought back from that job would have been less than $100. Like after doing the math, and like even they were recommending that I not do that job because the distance and everything, and the very little amount of money that they would be paying, plus the few hours that I'd be working, it wouldn't be worth it in the end. I would literally be spending more money on gas or Uber or whatever I have to take because technically it's Lily's car. So, and I'm not on the insurance. Sorry. Um, I am happy though. I did have a good meeting, you know, uh, good laughs. It's always good people. Um, Lily drove me to the meeting. Yeah, and actually, no, I didn't drive her yesterday because she drove herself and then she drove me to my meeting. And after that, she, got to meet up with the people who introduced me to the business. She already knows them. They tried to bring her on as well, but it's just not exactly the right time for her. She's not 100% now if she wants to do it, and I don't necessarily blame her, but I'm sticking to this because I believe in this. I really do. Um, got some good news about it as well, uh, about the whole meeting and everything. Um, nothing I can share, unfortunately, but, you know, it just made me a little happier. Unfortunately, I did, immediately destroy that whole happy mood by going back to the one thing that's going to make this a lot easier, and that's, trying to fucking get a job and trying to kick myself in the ass. Because at the end of the day, I'm the only person that's going to be able to be responsible for my shortcomings. And if I keep fucking up and, not. I don't know. Buttons, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm gonna have to clean up whatever the hell she just did. I'm not exactly in the best mood right now. I'm kind of super low right now. But, hey, you know, I'm hanging on. If not by a thread, but I'm hanging on. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make this, you know, depressing in any way. I, I have another, option. I just don't like it. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, how low am I willing to go for money while keeping things, you know, legal, obviously. So I'm going to explore my options, and see how deep in this barrel I'm gonna have to scrape to be able to see what I can do. Because this is America, you can make money doing anything, more or less. Um, Not everything's 100% legal, but hey, you know, there's still a lot of money that can be made doing things that are. I'm also very tired right now. Sorry. I should probably get back to doing this and clean up whatever the hell Buttons was just doing. So, um, crazy cat. If you like whatever it is I do for whatever reason, like the video, uh, subscribe, I guess. And yeah, till next time, I guess. Peace.